Stay informed about your Sassa grant payments for July 2025. In this comprehensive guide, we'll walk you through all confirmed payment dates for old age pensions, disability grants, and child support grants. Don't miss out on this essential information that affects millions of South African beneficiaries. Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest updates on Sassa payments and important grant information. Today, we are bringing you the confirmed Sassa payment dates for July 2025, covering all grant types including old age, disability, and child support grants. Before we dive into the specific dates, I want to remind everyone that Sassa has implemented these payment schedules to ensure a smooth and organized distribution process. This system helps reduce congestion at payment points and provides better service to all beneficiaries. The staggered payment approach has proven successful in previous months, and Sassa continues to maintain this efficient system. Let's start with the most important announcement. Sassa has officially confirmed that the July 2025 payments will begin on the first working day of the month. For our elderly citizens who receive the old age grant, your payments will be processed first, as has been the tradition. This priority system ensures that our senior citizens can access their funds without having to wait in long queues or face unnecessary delays. For July 2025, old age grant beneficiaries can expect their payments to be available from Tuesday, July 1st, 2025. If you're an older person who also receives a grant on behalf of children in your care, you'll be able to collect both grants on this date. This is particularly important for grandparents who are primary caregivers and receive multiple grant types. Moving on to disability grants, Sassa has scheduled these payments to begin on Wednesday, July 2nd, 2025. This includes both permanent and temporary disability grant recipients. If you're a disability grant beneficiary, you should be able to access your funds from this date onwards, whether you're using an ATM, merchant, or collecting from a Sassa pay point. Child support grant payments will commence on Thursday, July 3rd, 2025. This affects millions of caregivers across South Africa who rely on these grants to provide for their children's basic needs. Remember, if you receive multiple child support grants, they will all be paid together on the same day. This streamlined approach helps parents and caregivers better manage their monthly budgeting and planning. It's crucial to note that once your grant is paid into your Sassa Gold Card or bank account, the money remains available until you use it. There's no need to withdraw all your funds on the first day. In fact, we recommend avoiding the rush on payment days if possible, as ATMs and payment points tend to be extremely busy during these times. For those who prefer to collect their grants at retailers, remember that you can withdraw your money at any time during the month at participating stores. These include major retailers like Pick n Pay, Shoprite, Checkers, and Boxer. Using these retail outlets often means shorter queues and no withdrawal fees, making it a convenient option for many beneficiaries. Now, let's discuss some important reminders about the Sassa Gold Card. Your card remains valid, and you can continue using it for purchases and withdrawals. There's no need to replace your card unless it's damaged or expired. If you do need to replace your card, visit your nearest Sassa office with your ID document and complete the necessary forms. For beneficiaries who receive their grants through bank accounts, the payment will be processed on the same dates mentioned earlier. However, the exact time your money becomes available might vary depending on your bank's processing times. Some banks might release the funds slightly earlier or later, but generally, you should have access to your grant by the scheduled date. We've received many questions about the R350 Social Relief of Distress (SRD) grant payments for July 2025. These payments follow a different schedule and are not tied to the regular grant payment dates. We'll be creating a separate video specifically about SRD grant payments, so make sure you're subscribed to our channel to get that information as soon as it's available. It's essential to keep your personal information updated with Sassa. If you've changed your address, contact number, or banking details, make sure to inform Sassa as soon as possible. This helps prevent any payment delays or complications. You can update your information at any Sassa office or through their official website. For those who might be applying for grants for the first time, remember that Sassa offices process new applications throughout the month. You don't need to wait for payment days to submit your application. Bring all required documents, including your South African ID, proof of residence, and any other relevant documentation depending on the type of grant you're applying for. Sassa has also implemented several security measures to protect beneficiaries from fraud. Never share your PIN or card details with anyone, and be cautious of any suspicious calls or messages claiming to be from Sassa. Remember, Sassa will never ask for your PIN or banking details over the phone or through text messages. If you experience any issues with your grant payment, there are several ways to seek assistance. You can call the Sassa toll-free number, visit your nearest Sassa office, or use their social media platforms to report problems. Keep in mind that during payment days, their customer service channels might be busier than usual, so patience may be required. For beneficiaries who are unable to collect their grants in person due to illness or disability, remember that you can nominate a procurator to collect the grant on your behalf. this arrangement must be officially registered with Sassa, and the procurator must carry the necessary documentation when collecting the grant. We've also noticed some confusion about grant increases and adjustments. Any changes to grant amounts are typically announced during the national budget speech and implemented at the start of the financial year. If there are any mid-year adjustments, we'll create a dedicated video to explain these changes in detail. For caregivers receiving child support grants, remember that these grants are meant to benefit the children in your care. Sassa may conduct periodic reviews to ensure the grants are being used for their intended purpose. Keep any relevant receipts or documentation showing how the grant money is spent on the child's needs. It's worth mentioning that Sassa has been working to improve its digital services. Beneficiaries can now access various services online, including checking their grant status and updating certain information. This digital transformation aims to make the system more efficient and accessible for all users. If you're planning to travel during the July 2025 payment period, remember that you can access your grant money anywhere in South Africa. Your Sassa card works at any participating ATM or retailer nationwide. However, if you're planning to be out of the country, make sure to inform Sassa as extended periods abroad might affect your grant eligibility. For elderly beneficiaries who receive the old age grant, Sassa continues to provide priority services at pay points. This includes designated seating areas and assistance for those who need it. If you're accompanying an elderly person to collect their grant, please help ensure they're comfortable and supported during the process. Disability grant recipients should note that if your medical review date falls in July 2025, you should arrange your assessment well in advance to prevent any interruption in payments. Sassa will typically send a reminder, but it's good practice to keep track of when your review is due. For those receiving foster child grants, remember that these grants have specific renewal requirements. If your court order is due to expire in July 2025, make sure to begin the renewal process well in advance. This helps ensure continuous payment without any gaps in support for the children in your care. Sassa has also emphasized the importance of keeping children's school attendance records up to date, as this may be required for continued grant eligibility. While this mainly affects care dependency grants and foster child grants, it's good practice for all caregivers to maintain these records. Before we conclude, let's quickly recap the main payment dates for July 2025. Old age grants begin on July 1st, disability grants on July 2nd, and child support grants on July 3rd. Remember, these dates are when the payments start, and you don't need to collect your money on these specific days if it's not convenient for you. We hope this information has been helpful and comprehensive. If you have any questions about the July 2025 Sassa payments, please leave them in the comments section below. Our community is always here to help, and we'll do our best to address your concerns in future videos. Don't forget to like this video if you found it useful, and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. By subscribing, you'll stay updated with all the latest Sassa news and payment information. Also, hit the notification bell to be the first to know when we upload new content. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in our next video. Stay safe, and remember to follow all COVID-19 protocols if you're collecting your grant in person. Goodbye for now. If you found this information helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more updates on Sassa grants and payment dates. Don't forget to hit the notification bell to stay informed about all our latest uploads. Share this video with family and friends who might need this information, and leave your questions in the comments below.